Smart Notebook comes with several pens that we can access through the top menu. So clicking on the pen button, and then we've got a simple drag down menu for the pens there. Calligraphy pen, crayon and highlighter are very visual things. Highlighter works as a normal highlighter does, and then crayon and calligraphy pen is just about the way that the writing that you do or the line that you draw looks. So they're things to experiment with, and they work in the same way as a normal pen. But then the one I want to look at, particularly in this clip, will be the Magic Pen. So if I just click on that one from the menu, then it allows us to do three different things. We can draw now with the pen, so I could draw on arrows, start to label items, and as you can see, if you start to do too much of this, it can overcomplicate the drawing. With the Magic Pen, 7 seconds after you've written or drawn something, it disappears. So you can see the notes that I made a few seconds ago have now gone. Very useful in a complex drawing like this, or it could be, a mathematical equation. You could be marking a student's work that they've maybe drawn on the board, but you want the markings to go so that the student can continue with the work unhindered by your writing. You can colour things in. If we decided we're going to try and colour the wheel in just to highlight what we're talking about, we can do that. And again, 7 seconds after we've done it, the ink will disappear. There's some other useful things that you can do with the Magic Pen. All of these, of course, we're not actually picking a pen up from the board, because the minute we pick a pen up from the board, it initiates and turns back the normal pen option. So without using any of the pens on the board, we identify that we want to use Magic Pen, and we can use that. So what we can do is, if we draw a rectangle around an item with the Magic Pen, it will magnify that image. So we can look at that, show it in a little more detail to the students. We can also then, by touching the board outside of the rectangle that we've drawn, move the magnifying glass around and identify different parts of the drawing and increase the size of that so that students can see what's going on. And that's closed down by touching the little X in the right hand corner of that. The other thing we can do is draw particular attention to an area on the board. So if we draw a circle or an ellipse around something, it puts everything else in shadow and then focuses your attention onto the item that you want students to be looking at. And again, if we touch the shaded out area and drag it, we can move that ellipse around, drawing attention to any particular area that we want to on the drawings. And again, that's just turned off by pressing the little X at the top. So, just to recap, Magic Pen, we can write with it, we can draw with it, and 7 seconds later it will disappear. And then as far as the shapes for accessing the other tools, if we draw a rectangle around something, it will magnify it, and again we can move that around. Or if we draw an ellipse around something, it will just highlight that area and shade out everything else. And then again, turn that off by pressing the little X in the top corner.